Okay, what led up to this discovery was fascinating. Last week, there was a friend of a friend over here. Anyway, we're discussing a lot of things, and I mentioned this episode that I just told you about when I was 9. And she looked at me and she says, "Oh my, how awful. Are you ready to let that go?" And I went, "Ready to let that go?" And I said, "No, wait." And I realized that I was holding on to this as a definition of who I was. I was telling this story over and over again to my close friends of what I suffered when I was 9. And not realizing that that's how I identified myself as. You know, when I told the story, I was telling it as a point of self-pity. For me, look at what someone did to me by telling me that. I'm ruined for life. That's what I was holding on to. Not, yeah. So when she said, "Are you ready to let it go?" I was like, who would I be without that thought? Oh my God, I've been carrying this as a victim routine my whole life. And so once I investigated that, and after about 5 minutes, I said, yeah, I'm ready to let it go. And then I felt a radiation coming out of every pore in my body, like this construct was just pouring out of me. And I was like, afterwards I was giggly, I was skipping, I was running around skipping. I go, oh my God, I haven't been a child since 9. When I heard I was considered an abomination of God, I stopped living in a way. I lived in shame. That's what it was. I was living in shame my whole life. And even though I stayed, if you want to call it, a lesbian, and searching for approval in that, and I even found communities and all that stuff, I still felt ashamed, very ashamed. And this triggered a whole bunch of other points, like I never liked gay girls in short hair. It made me so upset. And I'm seeing, because I was ashamed of my own gayness, that they reminded me of